Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's the boy 10, and today we're checking out Give Me 9 Minutes and 2025 will be your best year yet. When did he release this? 7 months ago. I'm 7 months late. Anyway, video by Optify. Let's find out what we can still do with the remaining months left in 2025.
Picture this. It's December 31st, 2025, and you're reflecting on the year. You crushed your goals, your finances are thriving, you're in the best shape of your life, and you're surrounded by people who push you to be better. Sounds incredible, right? Now, here's the thing. That vision isn't a pipe dream, it's achievable. And in this video, I'm going to give you the 5 steps that completely transformed my life, and will transform yours too. This isn't theory or fluff. It's real, actionable stuff you can start using today. Let's get into it. Step 1. Quiet the noise and trust your inner wisdom. Let's start with something that's killing your potential: noise. Think about your daily life. Every second, you're bombarded with opinions. Social media tells you who to be. Advertisements tell you what to want. Even your friends and family, with the best intentions, push their expectations onto you. And because of all this noise, you lose touch with the most important voice, your own. This was me a few years ago. I'd spend hours scrolling Instagram or watching YouTube, comparing myself to people who seemed like they had it all figured out. Instead of feeling inspired, I felt paralyzed. Like no matter what I did, I'd never measure up. Here's what changed. I started carving out non-negotiable time for myself every day. No phone, no distractions. Just me and my thoughts. At first it felt uncomfortable, almost like I didn't trust myself to think deeply. But over time, I started asking myself the right questions. What do I really want in life? What am I doing because I love it? And what am I doing just to impress others? The answers weren't always easy, but they were clear. For the first time, I had direction. And here's what happens when you quiet the noise. You stop following trends and you start building your life. Clarity isn't just about knowing what you want. It's about having the confidence to chase it without caring what others think. Here's your challenge. Tomorrow, block out 1 hour. No phone, no input, just you, a journal, and some honest questions. I promise, this one habit will unlock a level of focus you didn't think was possible. Step 2.
Honestly, step 1 is such a big step. Step 1 is already such a massive step if you're able to take it. I have I burned out from using social media a long time ago, to be honest. Like a long time ago, like 3, 4 years ago, I stopped being the guy who opened social media platforms. I don't know how to do that anymore unless I see a notification from that platform. Even my WhatsApp messages, I reply from the notifications. I don't know, I'm averse to opening my social media platforms unless I have something to post, something relevant that I want to share with people. Beyond that, I'm not the guy who scrolls. I don't be on TikTok unless I'm creating and posting my own content. And the minute I post it, I'm off. The only media platform, and I won't call it social, that I'm on is YouTube, because I enjoy watching videos like this that, enlighten me and feed my soul and mind. And that's really the only platform I can say, okay, I am on consistently. Beyond that, I'm reading books or watching movies or series. And I'm not saying this because I feel like, oh, I'm better than everybody else. I'm telling you that that's who I am right now. Naturally, I just progressed to this point. And maybe that was why I was able to, even though I still had my curveballs and hurdles along the way, I was able to find my own sense of direction, to be able to know what I wanted for myself and be able to show up consistently every day in trying to achieve that desired reality. But for all of us, most of us who catch ourselves doom scrolling and being on the internet longer than we really need to and just wasting our days, I think this is a great step. Carve out some time for yourself every day, non-negotiable. Even if it's 30 minutes, just sit with yourself, set a timer, 30 minutes, and sit with yourself for 30 minutes. It might be very uncomfortable. You might be itching and looking at the time for that timer to ring out. But don't give in. Let that timer play out. And as you get more comfortable, increase the time. It's not going to kill you. You learned, you were conditioned into being dependent on social media. You weren't born with a phone in your hand. So, like all addictions, it's gonna itch, it's gonna scratch, it's gonna literally, uh, 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 punish you without that drug, without that stimulation. But understand that you can beat it.
Identify your path. Once the noise is gone, it's time to figure out where you're going. This is where most people screw up. They try to do everything at once. I know this because I was that person. I wanted to fix my finances, get in shape, start a business, improve my relationships, all at the same time. And guess what? I made zero progress because I was spread too thin. What changed for me was this simple idea. Focus creates power. When you concentrate your energy on one clear target, you become unstoppable. Let me give you an example. In 2020, I decided my focus was going to be building my business. I didn't just set
Sorry, I'm going to let him finish, but I just wanted to let you guys know that that's exactly what we don't understand the power our brains and our minds hold. Focus on expands. Whatever you really focus on and give your 100%, you are basically sending a wavelength into the universe that this is what you want, and he has nothing, no choice but to give that to you. It's God. He said, ask for what you want and you shall receive. We might think that asking is just always praying and kneeling. No, no, no. I think through our actions, that's what we ask for. You want to make money and you're working towards a goal smartly and doing that. That's you asking. You can't just sit on your bed and like, God, give me this money. And he's like, all right, take it. No, no, no. You got to move towards that journey. You actually have to help yourself. Doing that is you asking for that reality. And he will give it to you because he said, ask and you shall receive. So that's why I wanted to state very quickly. And also, social media is a distraction. Imagine if focus is the only thing stopping you from achieving your goals. What better way to not make you great than the society creating the perfect tool and weapon to limit you, to distract you, to pull you away from your blessings, to sow doubt into your skull, into your brain that you can't achieve the things you achieve. Just play the safe route and do it the way everybody else is doing it, as opposed to carving your own path and finding out what riches are at the end of that rainbow.
a vague goal like make more money. I got specific. I wanted to hit $100,000 in revenue by the end of the year. I mapped out exactly what that looked like, how many clients I needed, what I had to sell, and how I was going to deliver. By focusing entirely on that goal, something crazy happened. I built discipline in other areas of my life too. My fitness improved because I needed the energy to perform. My relationships got better because I was finally confident in what I was doing. Here's the takeaway. Pick one area of your life to dominate in 2025. Is it fitness, career, personal growth? Whatever it is, make it specific. Write down exactly where you want to be by December the 31st, 2025. And don't just write it, visualize it. What does it feel like to achieve that goal? That clarity will become your compass for the year. Step 3.
Right. Like if you're able to visualize where you want to be, that's the carrot at the end of the stick. That's what's going to keep you going every day. Some people say you have to write it down for you to, and I think, yes, that's a good idea. I have mine written down, but I also think if you are very focused, it's not going to leave your mind. For all of us that are dreamers, like we constantly have these visions in our head of realities that we feel drawn to, realities that we feel like we can make possible. But it's just a matter of consistency, a matter of discipline, a matter of hard work. It's just these three components, and of course, prayer with God. But if you do these three things that He has meant for you to have, it's almost a given you're going to have it if you only stick to the path. So I believe that the thing stopping you from achieving the things you want is really just you, bruh. That's all. There's no person out there doing jazz against you. Your biggest enemy is distraction, is being seduced by all these other things that honestly will still be there when you have achieved the life that you want. So focus. That's very important.
Pursue relentless action. Now that you have your path, here's where the magic happens, or where most people fail. Too many people wait for the perfect time to start. They overthink, overplan, and convince themselves they need more information before taking action. But let me tell you something. You'll never feel ready. The only way to create momentum is to start moving. When I first decided to grow my business, I had no clue what I was doing. My website looked amateur, my pitch was shaky, and I felt like an imposter. But I didn't let that stop me. I sent my first cold email, made my first offer, and started connecting with people. It was messy, but it worked. The thing is, action creates clarity. Every step you take teaches you something, even if it's a failure. And those lessons are what separate the doers from the dreamers. Here's how you can start today. Take one tiny step toward your goal. If it's fitness, go for a 10-minute walk.
Often people say that it's crazy that they look down on dreamers because we're the ones that don't sleep. Think about it. That us who have dreams of achieving those dreams spend more time a week grinding than we do sleeping. It's wild. And of course, there are dreamers who just sleep. But the greats, all the greats, if not all of them, 90% of them made it where they were because they first dreamt about it. They first had visions of a life that they wanted to be part of, not just in dreams, but in reality. So they got after it. It's very hard to be great without a dream. It's very hard, because there's no compass. You don't know where you're going, So you have to have a dream to be able to persevere till you get to the desired outcome, So if you don't have dreams, it's like me who has dreams of being a content creator, a big content creator, and live off my content, hustling to be an astronaut. I'd give up by step 2 because it's not even for me. It's not what I want. I don't see that thing being appealing to me. I can picture myself in a suit on the moon, sure, but do I really care about that? No. So the chances that I'm going to get there is very unlikely because I don't even have the drive to do it. But when we dream of something, it's a confirmation that we have what it takes to achieve it. If only we are resilient, if only we are consistent, and if only we are intentional about where we want to go. That's it.
If it's business, reach out to one potential client. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. The more you act, the less fear you'll feel. And before you know it, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. Step 4, build momentum through consistency. Here's the secret weapon that will make or break your success. Consistency. Most people think success comes from huge, life-changing actions. But the truth? It's the small, boring habits you repeat every day that lead to big results. When I started taking fitness seriously, I didn't overhaul my life overnight. I committed to 30-minute workouts every day, no matter what. Some days I
Facts. The small actions you take every single day snowball. They roll into exponential differences in time. So what you really need to think about is, what can I do every single day? That's all. You don't think about it years from now. Don't think about, in 3 months. Just think, what are the things I can accomplish every single day? And just do that. In time, people will tell you themselves. If it's fitness and you decide, okay, every day I'm going to do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats. That's it. Just do that every single day. But in 1 year, people will tell you themselves damn, you're looking lean, you're looking cut, you're looking nice. Reality will confirm it for you. So the people who get fat, they didn't get fat overnight. They didn't sleep slim and wake up fat. No, they decided to lie in bed all day, every day. And those things compounded and they entered the reality of their choice. By doing something or not doing something, you're choosing a reality that leads to. You understand? So life is really just choosing your path through your actions. That's it. That's entirely the whole thing. You want to be rich, you want to be, athletic, you want to be free, you have to choose actions that lead in that direction every single day. So if it's content, tell yourself, okay, every day I'm going to post at least 2 videos, 1 video, or every week I need to have posted at least 2 videos a week, and just make sure you stick to that. But you will find that eventually you will live the life that you dream of. That's all it takes. Action. Action is a knock on the door. Action is a continuous knock on the door. Think about it. You're in front of somebody's house and you're knocking. No matter how much they don't want to let you in, if you're persistent enough, if you keep knocking, you don't give up, eventually the person is going to open the door. Yes, maybe out of frustration and exasperation, but they are going to open the door regardless because they just want you to stop knocking. You understand? So imagine a being like God who wants to open the door for us, and all he needs to see or experience from us is a will to get in. He's like, okay, I'm going to leave you knocking for a few months. Let me see if you're still going to be here knocking. And after a few months you're still knocking. He's like, okay, you want this bad enough, all right, come in. Bam.
It felt amazing. Other days, I dragged myself to the gym. But I didn't miss a day. After 6 months, the results were undeniable, not just in my body, but in my mind. I built a habit of showing up, even when it was hard. That habit spilled over into my work, my relationships, and my entire mindset. Here's how you can do the same. Break your big goal into small daily habits. Let's say your goal is to grow your income. Your daily habit could be reaching out to 3 people every day. Or, if your goal is fitness, commit to 20 minutes of movement daily. The key is to keep it simple and consistent. Don't focus on perfection. Focus on showing up. Momentum doesn't come from doing something once. It comes from doing it repeatedly until it's impossible to fail.
I think it was Bruce Lee or Jet Li, I don't know which one of them, said, I don't fear the man who has mastered 10,000 different kind of kick. I'm scared of the man who has mastered one kick 10,000 times. Or was it repeated? Yeah. I'm not scared of the man who knows 10,000 tricks. I'm scared of the man who has practiced one trick 10,000 times. That's really the key to it all. It is elimination of distraction, being hyper focused on one path for yourself, and then being consistent in it every single day. That is the key. That is the path that you have to take. It's not in doing too many things, it's not in doing plenty of things and hoping one clicks. No. It's in removing everything else that doesn't serve you, everything else you don't need, focusing on one thing with a vision in your head and a plan for that path, and then traveling that path every single day. That is everything you need to achieve the life that you want, be it fitness, be it in business. Of course, you have to be smart in business. Don't just keep hitting your head against the wall. Like, of course, be smart, reiterate, do things differently, but the vision, the plan that you have for yourself does not change. That's what I mean. But different paths lead to that vision. You just have to pick the one that shows that it's working, but do not deviate from the vision entirely, because then you are starting from zero in another place. So just stick to one thing you want to do, find out the best way to get there, and keep going. You're gonna get there, man.
Step 5. Surround yourself with the right people. Here's the truth no one talks about. Your environment will either push you forward or pull you down. The people you spend time with, your friends, family, colleagues, have a massive impact on your success. Think about it. Have you ever been around someone who constantly complains, makes excuses, or talks about how life is unfair? That energy rubs off on you. It makes you second guess your goals and settle for less. On the flip side, when you're around people who are driven, focused, and positive, you start thinking bigger. You start believing in yourself more. This hit me hard a few years ago. I realized I was spending too much time with people who weren't aligned with the future I wanted. They weren't bad people. They just weren't growing. And it was holding me back. So I made a decision. I started seeking out people who were already where I wanted to be. Entrepreneurs, high performers, people who weren't afraid to challenge me. At first it was uncomfortable. I felt like an outsider. But the more I surrounded myself with these people, the more I leveled up. It's not just about who you know. It's about who you're becoming because of the people around you. Here's your challenge. Audit your circle. Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Are they helping you grow or are they keeping you stuck? If you need to,
I don't have friends. And I don't say this in a sad way because I could have friends if I choose to. And I do have friends, but I don't think of them as friends, because they're more just like, oh, classmates back from school, people that I went to school with, and we still talk, we're still in cahoots, and when we want to hang out sometimes we make plans and we hang out. So I'm not a loner. But I don't have friends in the sense that there are people who think like me. There are people who are generally on this same path with me. And I've honestly, I've decided to move along, until I do find those people eventually with time. For the meantime, I'm very comfortable moving alone, doing things by myself on my own. In the beginning, it was hard. It was like, damn, I'm alone, and I'm the only one with this mindset. But eventually, it just became a thing for me. It wasn't anything, it wasn't a big deal doing these things by myself anymore. It was just, yeah, that's what it is. And these days, I just wake up and do the same things every day. Wake up, make content, work out, and then watch some movies, relax and have fun, go to bed, wake up, do it all over again. And, it's a sense of flow in doing that. So, yeah.
spend less time with the people who drain you and more time with those who inspire you. Can't find those people in your life yet? Start online, join communities, follow mentors, or connect with people who share your goals. The right environment can change everything. Let's pull it all together. The 5 steps to make 2025 your breakout year. First, quiet the noise. Cut out distractions and reconnect with your inner wisdom. Second, identify your path. Get crystal clear on the one goal that matters most. Third, pursue relentless action. Don't wait for perfection, just start. Fourth, build unstoppable momentum through daily consistency. And finally, surround yourself with the right people, the ones who challenge and inspire you to be better. These aren't just steps, they're a blueprint for success. But let me be real with you. Knowing these steps won't change your life. Taking action will. So, here's your first action. Write down your goal.
A lot of people will just get motivated by this video and then do it for 2 days and 3 days and then stop. And then they watch another video and then they start. Every time you do that, you're starting from zero, bro. You're starting from zero. That's why you get frustrated every single time. Because like, oh, every time I grind, but it doesn't go anywhere, No, you're stopping. You're killing the momentum. Life is momentum. It stacks, You can't be motivated every single day. It's impossible. Even though footballers and basketballers who claim they love the sport, there are days when they're tired, bro. There are days where they don't feel like, they don't even want to look at a ball. They don't want to see it. But they have to. They just do it. And that's the key. Just do it. Every single day, all you have to do is do it. That's all. That's all. And that's the hardest part, because you think you're always going to feel, oh yeah, I'm ready to do it. No. Some days you're going to feel bored. Some days you're going to feel tired. Some days you're going to feel exhausted. Some days you're going to feel frustrated. Some days you're going to feel like you want to give up. Some days you want to feel like it's not even worth it. Some days you're just going to be frustrated and exasperated out of your mind. But even in those days, do it. That's the key. If you can do it in the worst of days, then in the best of days, that's not when you're going to stop. You feel me? So if you can promise yourself that you're going to do this, regardless of how you feel, every single day, or at least as many times a week as you can, every single week, who's going to stop you, bruh? Who's going to stop you if you can't stop yourself? Like, if you wake up and your body's telling you, I really don't want to do this today, and you're like hair, and you get up and do it again, regardless. If you can't stop yourself, who's gonna stop you? You feel me? And then at that point, it's just a matter of time, because it's a numbers game. Consistency over time increases the odds that that's gonna happen for you. Every single day you wake up, it's another opportunity to do it again. You know, things like that.
For 2025, be specific. What's the one thing you're going to focus on? Then, write down one small action you'll take today to get started. No excuses. And remember, your environment matters. If you want to stay motivated, surround yourself with people who are serious about growth. That includes this community. Hit the like button if this resonated. Share.
Yeah, this was an amazing watch. I think I'm going to check out that next video on my own, because I've hit my quota for today. I tell you guys, I have a quota for 3 reaction videos every single day, and I intend to hit that every single day. Of course, there are days where I have plans, but that's why now it does feel like I'm a busy person, and I like it because now I need to plan ahead. So if I feel like, okay, on Saturday, I want to go out and have fun, because nobody says don't have fun. Enjoy the grind, it's a process, it's a marathon. So I want to go out on Saturday. So I make videos and schedule them that would post regardless of if I'm actively posting them or not. And that's the beauty with YouTube scheduling. I just schedule them for Saturday at different times, and then I get to go out and have peace and relax and chill, because I know that, okay, I still have videos popping up today regardless. And that's the thing. It's not that you have to really throw away your entire life for one thing for a long time. It's just find a system that you can work within, where you can be consistent, without burning out. So if you're making videos every day, you can make 5 videos on Sunday and batch them from Monday to Friday. And then the rest of the week, you can just chill. Just make sure the video is up every day. You're still being consistent. You don't necessarily, people think of a grind as you have to literally be burning out every single day for it to make sense. No. Just work smart, workflow. But the key here is consistency on a path that you have intentionally decided to take. Don't be random about it. Don't do this today, that tomorrow, that today, this tomorrow. No. Stick to one path, one goal, and do it every single day without fail. And if you can do that, success is not a matter of if, it's when. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy 10. Like, share, subscribe. If you love this video and you want more reflections like this, I have a channel. It's called T3N. My face is on it. You can't miss it. Link in my bio. And I'll see you there. Yeah? Take care. Peace.